What's going on, guys? I'm back. I'm right back after just doing a review. Now I'm right back at you with another one. I just finished watching, fresh off the screen, Love and Monsters, starring DylanO'Brien, Jessica Henwick, and Michael Rooker. First of all, I just thought I'd make it very clear that, and I probably don't even have to do this, but I need to do this anyway. Something that tells me I need to do this anyway. I will never give away any spoilers on my reviews. I guarantee you this. I promise you this. Anything that I mentioned in my reviews was either heavily implemented in the trailer, and if it's not in the trailer, it's still nothing that is a spoiler. I'm just giving you a simple review. I will completely stop myself dead on the tracks before I mess around and spoil something. I just had to put that out there for people who are like, it sounds like he's giving a spoiler away. I mean, I don't think nobody's doing that, but there could be. I just wanted to, let people know that I don't play with spoilers. Unless you want a spoiler review of a review I've already done, then let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to do a spoiler review by special request. All right. Also, the lead star, DylanO'Brien. I'm aware that he is one of the stars of the Maze Runner trilogy. All right. I'm very aware. I just never seen either one of those movies. All right, I was about to, but I got thrown off track, and I just never got around to that. Now, if you think I should watch the Maze Runner trilogy, let me know in the comments. Let me know. Give me your input. If you say, yeah, go ahead and do it, I'll do it. And I'll give a review of the trilogy. No problem. But let me know. Alright? Alright. Back to the review. Love and Monsters. For those who are not aware of this movie, and I don't see how, this is one of those movies that, it should be high up there. Love and Monsters is about a young guy, pretty young, not too young, who just, grew up in a apocalyptic world. Because, back in the day, the world was about to get hit by a meteorite. And the only way that they could stop this was to shoot a group of missiles from different angles at this meteorite. But what they didn't think about was the chemicals that it would release back on the world once these missiles exploded. And those chemicals mutated all of animal life on Earth, to the point where the animals grew to large sizes and were now eating humans. Even animals that are not even carnivores. We're eating humans. All right, now. So we became the bottom of the food chain real quick. Okay, which is crazy. Now the main guy, his name will be at the bottom of the screen. I forgot his name already. The main guy, he was with this girl at the time this happened, but events happened and they were split apart. Now he's on a full mission, fears and all, to go find this girl again. Will it be worth it? Will it not? That's the whole question of the movie. Now, positives on this, man. I gotta say this. I was not having a lot of high hopes for the CGI in this movie. I'm already a little tired of heavily used or overused CGI anyways. So when I saw the trailer, I saw a good portion of the monsters, And it felt like at first that the CGI was going to be like mediocre from what I saw. But I have to say, upon seeing this movie for real, the special effects and the CGI, all that, it passed the test. It passed the test. It was watchable. It was very watchable. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm glad to say that. It was not as bad as I had originally thought. Thank goodness. Because I'm really getting to that point where I don't mind practical effects. As long as they're used right. If you can use some practical effects with as less CGI as you can. If you're going to do CGI, still make it look believable. They had a lot of CGI type monsters and creatures in this movie, but it wasn't crappy. It wasn't crappy images. It was a very high value. It was a very high value. I'll give it that. All right. I was impressed. I was entertained. Also, this made me miss those really good soundtracks for movies. I've always known that every epic movie had an incredible soundtrack. Most of them had an incredible soundtrack. You got old school songs to new school, mainly old school, that, once you hear them, they were timeless songs. That's the key word. Timeless songs that you can use in any movie, as long as it goes with the scene. And they had a lot of those hits in the background, which I appreciated very much. It took me back. It set some things off within the thinker. I liked it. I like that as well. I like that aspect of it. Entertain me, man. Set the mood. Set the mood for the scene. That's what I need. I don't need. You can only get so many other, that weird stuff in the background that some movies do, or they make the little noises that are not. It's not even music and all that. You can only do that in so many movies. This time they brought back that old school stuff. Yes, they did. Also, loved the humor in this. I didn't expect it to be funny. I didn't think they were going to put humor in it like that. But I was laughing. I was laughing at a lot of parts, man. Just especially the sarcasm towards the main character, because he was a very incompetent, type character. Very, he wasn't sure of himself. All right, but he tried so hard, but he just froze up when he would, when he was approached with a creature, he would freeze up, and he was scared to fight and all this, but he still wanted to go out there, and they just treated him like, bro, are you serious? They didn't take him serious. They're like, man, your specialties are cooking and the radio. You stick to that, homie. They were on him like that, and that was funny. That was funny. I didn't expect to get any kind of humor out of this movie, but I did, and I loved that part of the movie. Right? I loved all of that. Now, another thing that I liked. There's a favorite character of mine in here. Her name is Minnow. It's a little girl by the name of Minnow. But her mentality is not like a little girl. She was giving the main character so much crap through the entire movie. Like, he couldn't shoot, he couldn't do it, he had no instinct of survival. And she's sitting here like, had to be 5 or 6 years old, something like that, maybe a little older. But she had way more experience in survival than he did, which was sad. A sad sight. And she wasted no time to let him know every chance she got that he ain't crap. He was crap when it came to that. Okay. All right. She was brutal too. She was very brutal with the comments. That was funny. She was one of my favorite characters, man. That was one. I got to give a shout out to that. I enjoyed. All right. Now, negatives, man. I have two in particular for this. First, this guy, the plot armor was strong with this one. The plot armor was very strong. It seemed like there was almost no risk. There was risk, but it was like, okay, I see where this is going. Every time it seems like he's about to take a fall or something drastic is about to happen, like really drastic, it doesn't. He just makes it out. He just miraculously makes it out of it somehow. And I was like, man, you got to put some kind of risk to this, some kind of chance to this, that he's gonna not just always succeed through every mission. You can't do that. This is not Goku. This is not Superman. All right, this is a totally different character. This is a human being. All right, let him suffer a little bit. All right, let him suffer. That's another thing. I also felt this movie needed a stronger, defeat, a loss that he takes. I'm not going to say too much, but if you've seen the trailer, you kind of know what I'm talking about. He has a flashback where he takes a loss already before this movie really even starts. And, it's implemented, but they don't really say. So I can't say myself. You watch the trailer. Takes a loss already. But it happens so fast. And it's so brief that the audience really doesn't grow into a relation. It doesn't get a relationship, with these characters. The audience doesn't really connect with these characters like that. Okay? To the point where we feel a whole lot when they go. I understand why he would be messed up in the head for this loss. Trust me. I understand, but it didn't hit as hard as if we had grown to know these characters. You understand what I'm saying? We had grown to know the characters as an audience watching this movie. Then that would have been a bigger impact. But it just wasn't. I hate to say that. So they needed another character in the movie that he was close to really take that dive. I wanted that never-ending story feel. You know what I'm talking about. The horse scene. A lot of people just still cry to this day when they see that scene. That was a hard scene to watch. I'm not even gonna lie. When I was little, but that was a hard scene to watch. No lie. But I needed that kind of connection to the movie. That kind of loss. That kind of grievance. That kind of grieving part. We didn't get it. I didn't get it. That was one of my biggest and it really made it hard to give this movie the rating I'm going to give it. This is really a hard decision, but I'm giving it the big cool. A very close cool. Very close to a hell yeah. Trust me, very close to a hell yeah. Trust me on this. It's so close. It's so close. But I gotta give it an cool. Okay? I still want people to check this movie out. Download it. It's very entertaining. It's worth your while. You'll love it. This is just my personal opinion on, what would grab me and really make me feel for a movie. Other than that, this is still a great movie. Still a great movie. No lie. That's the way I felt. I want you to like, share, subscribe.